Hello colleagues, I'm honored to host tonight's Presidential Thoughts from Belize and to focus on the importance of establishing a culture of evidence-based leadership within your schools. I want to begin by inviting you to imagine visiting a doctor's office. Everyone standing in line and the doctor prescribing the same medicine to everyone who walks up without even asking about the symptoms, day after day. How healthy would this doctor's patients be? Now let's think about your teachers who are on the front line with students. Are they prescribing the same lesson and assignments to every student, no matter what the learning styles, abilities, or prerequisite knowledge of each student? What about this year, when teachers have a much greater challenge to observe their students? Do your teachers understand the needs of each of their students? If they could snap their fingers and have that information, would they know what to ask? Would they know how to collect and analyze the data and develop new practices to apply and further evaluate? Now, how about us as leaders? If we ran the clinic where every doctor prescribed the same medicine without collecting data about their patients, would we likely be sued for malpractice? How would we then change the mindset and practices of our team members? Would there be a miracle prescription that would work for all of them? The key words to think about here are mindset, culture, leadership, reflection, collaboration, establishing buy-in, and data. Knowledge is power. By establishing an inquiry-based approach to decision-making, we greatly improve the value of what we provide to our students and to our teachers. The truth is, this inquiry-based thinking starts with us. Now let's imagine a different scenario. Let's imagine that you, as the leader of your campus, conduct a SWOT analysis each year. You schedule half a day and ask every member of your team to identify the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats within your organization. You ask the team to vote on the top 3 for each category. You have, in essence, collected stakeholder data from the teachers on your front line. You have opened yourself up as a leader to vulnerabilities. You are allowing an open discussion. What about my campus is not as strong as it could be to serve the needs of our students? Next, you begin to research. You conduct a literature review of trusted sources to gather insight about what you can do to improve your campus in the prioritized areas that your front line has pinpointed. Maybe these have to do with absenteeism, lack of motivation, special needs, discipline, social-emotional learning, violence, or dropout. You take what you have found back to your team, or better yet, you have established a professional learning community among your teachers and everyone summarizes their findings. But how does this translate to your campus, your unique context, culture, environment, limitations, strengths? This is where action research becomes so important. Action research involves educators evaluating, investigating, and analyzing problems, weaknesses, or practices to develop solutions that they can quickly apply and continue to evaluate. This process can also be called a cycle of action or a cycle of inquiry because it drives a continual cycle of improvement. Much like you as a leader conducting the same SWOT analysis every year with your team, with every successful and measurable improvement, buy-in to the process increases. Motivation, camaraderie, and empowerment become the norm. And soon your school culture moves to inquiry-based and evidence-based discussions instead of the, but this is the way we've always done it mentality. Key steps of action research include identify a problem to be studied, collect data on the problem, organize, analyze, and interpret the data, develop a plan to address the problem, implement the plan, evaluate the results of the actions taken, identify a new problem, and repeat the process. When the culture and mindset are in place, conducting action research can improve teaching and learning at greater levels than any literature review alone, especially at this time in history when we are having to reinvent our practices without the luxury of reviewing published research telling us what to do during a pandemic. Technology is providing incredibly rich and free platforms for leaders and teachers to efficiently conduct research, both quantitative and qualitative, using tools such as Google Form surveys, electronic assessment tools such as quizzes, video responses to reflective prompts using tools such as Flipgrid. All that is needed is the inquiry-based mindset. You have it. I invite you to lead with it and enjoy. Thank you.